set the timing or something.
I'm calling you guys.
You would definitely need to look in there. There's marks on
Yes.
that clutch. So they all got to line up.
I think there's blue. They're blue or something. There's some color.
Red, I think.
Yeah, that could be.
But they all got to be lined up.
You're calling those drive shafts is what you're calling a chain?
Under here?
Yeah. There's chain link couplers in there. Yeah. I never took that
Take it off.
I grease them. I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm greasing these things. I'm greasing them.
From the feeder.
Yeah,
you can either pull this clutch off of the splines, and then it'll be free, or you can take this off.
Okay.
Burn, I had a guy tell me that's easy as well. It's hard to get back off.
Yeah, usually taking things apart is easy.
So we just take these couplers. Yeah, and you'll see that it's a double
chain couplers. Yeah, like the old New Holland couplers for the headers were like that. Yeah.
That's what they use everywhere. Here, inside there.
Okay. Yeah, because
I've never seen them fail really.
Yeah, because I don't know. My nephew, he was working on it. He said, "What is under here?" I said, "I don't know, but it's got a grease. We'll put a grease in."
Yeah, it is grease. Even that chain lead.
Every day before I go to the field, we spend an hour, at least an hour, on this baler before we go to the field. Whether it's
I don't know if you do this or not. You haven't had many problems with the bearings, but it's good to get that plunger back, hop down in there, and check all those bearings.
I did that just a couple of times this year, nothing, because I never noticed anything bad. Actually, I did it more after. Maybe the first time I did it was after you told me that those rollers
comes off or comes loose. Then you are going to break some things.
Yeah. Now, I did have one of these nuts come loose.
Yeah, some will look like you tighten this one. I checked them all. They seem tight.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But it looked like I could see the threads.
Yeah,
it looked like somebody had messed with it, so I checked it.
Yeah, no, it had come loose.
I had another customer that had one that was loose, but
I think I ended up taking to get it tight enough because I can't get a wrench in there. I didn't have a narrow wrench.
Yeah.
I ended up with a hammer and a chisel, banging that thing. I got it as tight as I could with a wrench, and then I banged it with the hammer and punch, just to set it. But what the heck else did I do? I checked the oil levels in it by midsummer. They were perfectly fine.
They don't want to change all that.
My big concern was this big box here. That looks like a nightmare.
It's like 7.
Isn't that much oil?
I did one of these 1290s on HDP. That might have taken 7 or 8 gallons altogether.
Well, that's good though.
I think this one has at least that much. So yeah, we're gonna get started.
Yeah. Kind of sit back here and that's that.
What do you have?
Chiggers. You got chiggers. Right?
I don't have chiggers. No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. So anyways, I guess we already discussed that. I thought the last day that I bailed was this was tripping. The sensor was tripping.
Yeah.
It was yelling at me. I think you were in a cab with me.
I was.
And it only ever did that a couple of times, then it went away.
Oh really?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it would have been showing no pickup speed.
Your computer wasn't showing a pickup speed, or?
This doesn't show history faults.
Okay.
Just current, so we didn't run it. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that looks like it was actually off for quite a while. Chewed and chewed.
Yeah, we'll put more sprocket on there. I'm not sure what happened with the chain. If it got loose, or I know I tightened this up. This is one when I was out this summer.
Yeah,
this chain was and the chain was loose and it had worn this end shut, so no grease was coming out. And I had trimmed it off. I'm not sure why that came off again, but
find out.
Yep.
Well, that's what he was saying.
They're sending them to Germany?
They send these guys to Germany to learn, masterize their parts and all that happy stuff. And
I want to go to Germany.
that's what I said. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Well, what did they never learn is what I ask.
No, learn by trial and error. I guess Timothy could have cleaned it out a little better, huh?
Yeah. Did you want to call Tim and send that order that I did?
Okay. Did you see how they build these things? You're not privy to that, huh?
Nope.
Okay, so now that's the mystery right there, is these chain couplers. Yeah. I've been greasing them, and they've been well greased, haven't they?
Yeah.
It's not too bad. Usually if you don't, they fail. But, yeah. Okay, so the remainder of this video is going to be you listening to me yammer on about what's going on video. What they have done is they have pulled the stuffer bar. This is the bar that actually becomes stiff and shoves the formed flake of hay up into the bale chamber. This one here acts as a pre-charge bar and the stuffer bar. And as you can see there on the left-hand side, it is cocked to the right. It is bent. It is a replaceable part, though. There's no need to torch anything off, and you'll see a little bit later in this video where he is banging on it to get it off of there. It's on a spline shaft. Both ends are splined. Krone has figured out that these drive portions of these machines need to be on splines because you can replace them quite easily if they're on a spline shaft. So if you bend one on the end, you just replace it. Now the center ones, those are replaceable also, but you have to cut them off, grind them down, re-weld them on, and so on and so forth if you have that problem. We don't know what went in there. Obviously it's in a bale down at the mushroom barn or in a stack of hay someplace. My guess is a rock. The baler has no other damage in it other than that we can see. So, that's just the way that goes. And, so I'm just going to go through as these guys are doing this. The twine boxes are up, and yes, I did discuss the dirt that gathers at the top of the twine boxes. Krone has been made aware of this, and apparently they are going to be working on a solution to that problem. Basically, the solution that they gave me was, well, before you open it up, go up there and blow it off or sweep it off, which, okay, that's a great solution, but we don't always have our leaf blower on board with us when we're going because the dust packs into the leaf blower, and when you start it up, it can't cool itself and seizes up. So here you're going to see Gerald knocking off that end piece and getting ready to replace it. He doesn't have it in stock, but he will have it ordered in and it'll be put on. So the cost of these repairs, anything that is covered under the warranty, I don't have to pay for. That's just with any machine. The reason this baler is back at Messicks is for a PR, public relations. Messicks does a wonderful job in the shop, very knowledgeable. Actually, these guys' knowledge blows my mind. They know more about this baler than anyone can even imagine. And not only do they know what all the functions are of the baler, they know the causes of problems. And Gerald especially, the other fellow there, I for the life of me I can't remember his name, but he seemed like a really, really sharp individual also. But Gerald is more verbal in talking to me because let's face it, I've known Gerald now for a while. But yeah, so these parts will be replaced. Krone is paying for the labor that goes into this thing, and obviously any of the warranty work that needs to be done, they're paying for that also. And I'm gonna have to shut that off. So yeah, that's really what's going on here. It is an overview of the baler. They hauled it in, and they're going to haul it back when it's done. I make the films on what they're doing, and it's just good for everyone. And as you heard Teresa a little bit earlier, that these fellas go to Germany to Germany to learn. Now, these two guys did not go to Germany. I asked them. They said no, they didn't get to go to Germany. But I'm sure that when Krone North America, I don't have him on film either because he absolutely didn't want to be filmed at all. But that was a representative from Krone North America was at the shop while the second day, and I didn't do much filming on the second day that I was there, but he explained a lot to me about what was going on, and public relation wise. Krone really has dedicated a lot more time into their agricultural equipment to bring farmers around the world the best equipment possible. So yes, I do have a bill from Messicks. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm pretty sure it's, it's in the thousands, obviously, and basically it's pickup tines, pickup guards, and there's a few other little odds and ends that go in there. And I know I've gotten some comments from people saying that, hey, I've got a New Holland baler that I put 10,000 bales a year through, and I don't have any of these problems. Well, 10,000 bales through a little baler is about 800 bales through one of these big balers. I put over 10,000 bales through this big baler. And if you want to do the math, it's about 42 little bales per bale. So that's 420,000 little bales went through this baler in one season. And that, to me, is just, tell me that your little baler can do 420,000 bales and not have any problems. Just because it's bigger, it doesn't mean that just because it's bigger doesn't mean that it's not running the same amount of volume. It's running massive volumes. Yeah, the plunger, stroked 40 times per bale, and the needles made 2 knots. So technically, those those knotters made 26,000 knots because they knot twice on every stroke. The needles, again, only 10,000. But hey, whatever. If you think that a little baler is in the same class as a big baler, there's just a lot more pressure, a lot more volume, a lot more hay, a lot more stress. So yes, things do wear out faster. To do what I did with this big baler, it would take probably 10 little square balers to do the same job, running all day, every day to do that. 420, probably 450,000 little bales was the equivalent of what I ran through this machine. So I guess that's enough for this video. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the Patreon account and One Lonely Farmer. OneLonelyFarmer.com. I have just posted. I'm in the process of upgrading that website, so check it out. There's some new stuff on there, like hats, America First hats. I just released those yesterday. Check those out. So thanks again.